I am Judge Wilson, presiding here at Sparks Justice Court. This is the time and place set for the initial arraignment hearing. In a few minutes, each of you will be appearing before a judge and you will be advised of the charges against you. If you are here because you are charged with a felony or a gross misdemeanor, I will now advise you of your constitutional rights. You have the right to an attorney, and if you cannot afford an attorney, the court will appoint a public defender to represent you. You have the right to remain silent. You are not required to make a statement, and any statement made by you today may be used against you at a later date. You have the right to request a speedy preliminary hearing take place within 15 days. At the preliminary hearing, the state must show probable cause to believe that a crime was committed and that you are the person who committed that crime. If the state does so, then your case will be bound over up to the Second Judicial District Court, where you will have a second arraignment hearing and be asked to enter your plea of guilty or not guilty. No pleas are taken at Sparks Justice Court for felonies or gross misdemeanors. If you are here because you are charged with a misdemeanor, the penalty for a misdemeanor conviction is up to 6 months in the county jail and or up to a fine of $1,000. You have the right to enter a plea of guilty, not guilty, or no contest. A guilty plea means you are admitting your guilt and the court will schedule you for a time to be sentenced. A no contest plea means that you are not admitting guilt, but you are saying that you do not wish to contest the charges because you believe the state will prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt if a trial takes place. A no contest plea is normally used in cases where personal injury or property damage has occurred as a result of your conduct. If you enter a plea of not guilty, the court will direct you regarding your next steps. You're also entitled to the following constitutional rights. You have the right to an attorney. If you are facing jail time and cannot afford to hire an attorney, you have the right to a court-appointed attorney to represent you. You have the right to a speedy trial to be held within 60 days. At a trial, you have the right to make the state prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. To do this, the state would be required to call witnesses. You have the right to confront and cross-examine those witnesses. You also have the right to use the subpoena power of this court to bring in any witnesses you have to testify on your behalf. You also have the right to remain silent and do not have to make a statement at any time, including during the trial. If you choose not to testify, that would not be held against you. If you are a military service veteran, you should advise the court and your attorney of that fact. If you are not a U.S. citizen, you should advise your attorney of your citizenship status. If you are representing yourself, please inform the court at your next proceeding. Thank you for your attention. The court will now address each of you individually to advise you of the charges that have been filed against you.